Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for this week, so the 18th to the 24th of September. So let's dive straight in. I'm doing things a little bit differently, and I got really good feedback so far. I'm doing a different spread, a different way of reading, and people have been enjoying it, and I personally have been enjoying it too. So I would love to hear your opinion and your feedback, Libra, on how this reading resonates. So maybe make sure you let me know down below. But let me just dive straight in. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay, for Libra, the way I'm doing it as well is different. I'm not like letting them jump out like I used to, and I know a lot of you love that. I love it too, but I just want to change things up a bit. So I'm splitting it into three, putting it back together in a different order, and now I'm just going to put them into the spread that we've got going on for you, Libra. Ooh. Okay, we got a lot of air energy for you, Libra. Let's see what's going on. Breath. We need to take a breath. All right, Libra. Let's just be honest. Things have been a bit crap for you lately, right? If not, this might not be your reading, because all I'm going to say, this is going to resonate with people who have been feeling more emotional recently. Which is not a bad thing. I just feel like you're in a very sensitive time, if I'm going to be honest with you. But let's dive into it, all right? Let's go. So your past energy, this is coming up in a position of what in your past might still be affecting you, as the Queen of Cups. This could be a person. All right, I'm going to speak of it first as if it's you, but you may also be dealing with a water sign, all right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or maybe someone who carries the trait of the Queen of Cups. So in terms of this being you, you may be feeling a little bit more indulging in your emotions. You may feel a bit more sensitive. This is also good in terms of being a bit more intuitive and a bit more gifted in that way. You may feel more nurturing. The Queen of Cups coming through, though, is coming for you specifically in terms of like sensitivity. You feel like your emotions are a little bit more out of your control, possibly. You're feeling lots of love, but which is a good part of feeling emotions that intensely, but it also means that your other emotions are felt more intensely as well. So if you've been feeling sadness on an extreme level that you don't normally feel before, or anxiety, compassion is good, like that's good on a high level, but maybe like sadness and despair is coming through like a lot more bigger than it used to, because I kind of feel like this Queen of Cups is a bit foreign. Like this is an energy that maybe you have not felt so strongly in, all right? But recently it has been the case. I don't know why. The Queen of Cups is usually like a mother figure, so it could be a mother figure, all right? There could be something around that. I'm going to clarify this. I don't normally, but why not for your reading? I think you might need some clarifications during it. But let's see, what does this Queen of Cups represent, please, in the past for Libra, and how might that be affecting them now? This is about Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it kind of feels like this has been a heavy weight. Again, Six of Pentacles is an energy of maybe this is to do with your work. All right, maybe what you do for work involves a lot of emotion, involves a lot of like sensitivity. Maybe you're a therapist, counselor, or, you know, maybe you've been feeling more emotions around your work. Six of Pentacles can also, again, be the need to balance things out a little bit, or there being that kind of flip side of it. Ten of Wands. Some of you may be actually, okay, it makes sense now. You guys have been feeling more empathic too, and more psychic, as I've been saying, because in a sense, I really do feel like you're picking up on other people's energies. So it might be really important to actually realize and recognize, like, okay, is this my feeling or not? Like, where did this come from? Why am I feeling this way? Because for some of you, if you are just crying like randomly and you're not even upset, but you're just crying, this could either be a release of very old emotions, like now that you've reached this peak, they're just flooding out. Or it could, again, be somebody else's emotions. So just pay attention to what might be tapping into your energy, or what energy you are tapping into. All right, because the Queen of Cups is very psychic, is very intuitive, and it just feels like we might need to balance things out, make sure that we're giving to the right emotions and the right energies here. Because it just feels like some of you might need to cut some people out if that energy is affecting your emotions emotionally, okay? It feels like that very strongly. In your current energy, my lovely angels, you do have the Ten of Swords. So this reading will be very honest, okay? If it resonates, it resonates. Some of you may need to hear it. For others of you, if it doesn't resonate, then it's okay. But Currently, you may be going through some sort of ending. Ten of Swords may be feeling stabbed in the back or feeling like you didn't see this coming. It's a very difficult energy to deal with when a Ten of Swords comes in, because it's a feeling of defeat, a feeling of putting something to an end. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords for Libra in the current energy. Page of Cups. There could be an emotional message coming through that causes this. The Moon. This is your emotions. As I've been saying, some of you, this could be your inner child. Again, there may have been some suppressed emotions going on here, and this is where it's all coming up from. So if you didn't know, now you know. Ten of Swords in this case, in one way I want to say it's you're putting an end to that part of you now, which is a good thing. But of course, it does come with these feelings that we need to balance. Okay, so Page of Cups, if it's not your inner child, that we need to address for some of you, it could just be an emotional message. For better, for worse, I can't be quite sure. I know something just moved around me and I don't know where. The fridge made a noise after that, like, that's weird. There's a spirit in here. Maybe you're feeling more, like seeing more things like that. Definitely in your reading, I'm seeing a lot more spirits. Damn. All right, sorry, I'm gonna get grounded here. Page of Cups here is coming through in the sense of, again, something that is triggering your emotions, whether it's for good or for bad. With the Moon card there, I'm going to be very honest with you, it's going to cause you to feel like, what the hell? That's what it feels like with the Moon, because it is going to push you underneath. That's what it feels like. So pay attention to this. Pay attention to what you get into your emotions. Pay attention to why it's making you feel a certain way. What is it triggering within you? Because the Ten of Swords is an ending. So whether an ending happened between you and somebody else, and things that were said were very painful for you emotionally, left you to feel very surprised, upset, lost, or whether this is just a part of yourself that has been suppressed but is now reaching a peak of where something needs to be done about it. So again, it depends on your situation, but I'm going to read it as an ending, because it is an ending here for you guys, and it may come as a surprise, and it may have put you in a very emotional state. I do see things getting better for you, so don't be discouraged about this message. It just feels like something was very unexpected. Something that was said, an emotional message that was said, was very, left you in that Moon energy, left you feeling very emotional and distorted. The King of Pentacles in reverse coming through may have been an earth sign with the King of Pentacles. Usually the King of Pentacles is something stable, something loyal. All right, so when it's in reverse, it's kind of the opposite of that. Maybe your stability was shaken by this. All right. Now, what your higher self wants you to step into, all right, is this King of Swords energy. All right. So this is about tapping into a very strong, very logical, very serious individual. So this is about placing the right boundaries. This is really about looking at the facts. All right. With the King of Swords, not looking at the emotions. And that makes sense with this Queen of Cups energy. Not that it's ever bad to be in your emotions. It's good. But when it becomes distortion, like that Moon card can bring, and you start to kind of question yourself, and you start to question everything else in your life, and it kind of pulls you under, we don't want that to happen. So in order to kind of counteract that, it makes sense, right, is that we go with the opposite, which is more logical, a bit more serious, a bit more grounded, but in a sense of looking at the facts only and not just how we're feeling, okay? Because something is triggering you emotionally. I kind of feel like also something that you did not... Okay, that's very interesting. Because for some of you, something that you were emotionally involved in, you may have missed some facts. You may have missed some signs. You may have missed some information. Because the Ten of Swords is you've been in these emotions, you've been staring at that sea here, that you just didn't see these swords. And swords represent truth, communication, information, facts. And it feels like you did not see that. So what Spirit is asking you to do at this time is to protect yourself by being in more of a logical situation. So maybe somebody, if it's somebody else, or your own emotions may have distorted things for you a little bit. And then boom. Then you're like, oh my God, I was so was looking so much at the emotional side of something, whether it's you loved somebody or whether it was the emotional promises that were made, that you completely did not see the facts. So they're asking you to step into the King of Swords. I would say not to close yourself off a bit, but King of Swords, he has a sword down. He's ready to speak when necessary, but he's not actively, gallivanting to go get it. He's very mature with his decision making, and this is what it's asking you to do here, Libra. You are an air sign, so not that it doesn't come naturally to you. It just doesn't feel... It should come naturally to you, but at the moment, you've been so in the emotional state that this King of Swords energy feels foreign to you. Like, this way of being feels different to you now. But don't worry, you will step into it. They are asking you to look at the facts, look at the information, make sure you read through contracts, make sure that you are paying attention to things that are very important at this time. Reread things, very important. To be logical. You will find yourself making correct decisions. What's blocking that King of Swords energy? The Four of Swords. That healing. Now, what's interesting is they look very similar. Four of Swords is usually taking a break from something. Four of Swords is taking a time out. It's about healing. It's about addressing the pain, addressing the heart, facing the heart, facing the pain, learning from it and healing from it. So there's nothing wrong with that card. And nothing wrong with needing a timeout. But you see how different these are? I mean, how similar these are? Because they're both kind of standing there with the sword. But it's being a blockage. Maybe being so closed off is not the right option, and you might be more like desiring to do that, but that may cause you to neglect responsibilities or conversations that might be very important. Because one is made out of stone here and one is in the flesh, and they're asking you to be in the flesh, whatever that means to you. Like, don't turn robotic if that's what it means. Don't turn to stone. Don't close yourself off completely. Unless you need healing, that's fine. But when it comes down to important decisions, make sure you show up for yourself. Because as much as you need healing and that part of you needs addressing, there are also other things that you might have to do at the same time. So again, it's kind of asking for you to make sure that we're dealing with things correctly. All right. So in your environment and the influence of the people around you is the Tower card. So definitely feels like there's been a falling out between you and somebody else. This feels like a separation, a breakup here. Somebody's mask falling off here. Some sort of ego death happening here because of a falling out. Internally, and what is influencing you internally is the Five of Wands. So again, there's a round and round repetitive cycle. There's something you can't stop thinking about. And it's likely this person or situation that there may have been an argument, there may have been, the foundations of something was definitely shaken here and destroyed. The divine intervened. Let's clarify as we go along. Why not? What's this Tower card, please, in the position of the environment? Six of Swords. So you're moving away from it. Somebody may have moved away from you or moved on from you. Or you've moved away from this. Could be to do with an earth sign, okay? Or this could be to do with like financial, all right? There may have been a financial situation that have impacted you or your home. The Queen of Pentacles is all about groundedness. Six of Swords, moving away from that, moving on from that. Okay? Six of Swords is moving away from a situation that was chaotic. All right? But again, this is coming up in terms of the positions. Maybe somebody moving on, maybe impacting you. We have the Five of Wands here in terms of your energy. And Five of Wands, Three of Swords. Internally, you're hurt and pulled in so many different directions because something is very conflicting to you. You may be like wanting to reach out, maybe wanting to say something here. This is on your side. As you can see, her heart is being pulled apart because there are so many different things that's pulling it apart. Five of Wands is very similar as well. It's like a repeat. It's like So many people are fighting, and imagine that being in your head here is like there's so many different things trying to compete in your head about maybe repeating what somebody said to you, repeating certain stories in your head, repeating certain situations that, memories. It says pulling you apart. All right, so the Three of Swords, Ace of Pentacles is coming through. There might need to be acceptance of a new beginning, to start fresh, to plant a new seed. It's important as a lesson here. Could be getting new finances or a new job here. Maybe you're pulled apart because of money as well. Maybe there's a lot of different things you have to, pay for. This Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity coming to you, but there's also a worry about it first, of course. Tara, in terms of your environment, Nine of Wands. Okay, in terms of people around you, people may have their guard up towards you, Nine of Wands. Seven of Swords. People are feeling betrayed here. You're feeling betrayed. Somebody else is feeling betrayed. With the Tower card, whoever you separated from. With the Six of Swords and Nine of Wands. It's like somebody has their guard up. Somebody may be blocked. Somebody may have their guard up here. Somebody's on the defense. This is in the position of your environment, okay? The people around you and how that's influencing you. There may be some lies involved here in the situation, and that's why things fell apart here. King of Cups. I'm asking why it fell apart with the Tower, and it was to do with somebody's either emotions or because of this King of Cups energy here. It's about emotional maturity, though, to be honest with you. So maybe somebody's feelings change. Something to do with emotions here, or a person. All right. Again, coming up in your internal is a King of Pentacles. So you felt like things rocked your world. You can get this back. You just have to replant the seed, restart again. And it may not be something you want to hear. And again, Five of Wands, there's a bit of conflict in your head at the moment, and there's a lot going on out there. Repeating the, flashbacks or whatever. You're repeating a story, a situation, an argument. But the Ace of Pentacles is saying to plant a seed here. Invest in yourself at this moment of time, because it will actually pay off for you, Libra. All right, something that you can't see coming and something that may be hidden from you right now is a Knight of Wands. So this is actually a good energy. You will find that your optimism will start to improve again. This may be, this is a very explorative energy. So it feels more like, you may be getting some sort of offer from somebody. It feels more to do with your passions or career here. It could be like I'm hearing like this could be like a one-time thing. A one-time thing is temporary, but it is like something that will help you live out a dream or something like that's what I'm picking up on. For some of you in terms of your work, interesting. Eight of Cups, interesting. Might be having to leave something behind for something else. All right, so with the Knight of Wands also, this is about optimism. It's also about getting that mojo back here. Sagittarius energy is about optimism. It's about courageousness. It's about conquering. All right, so you have been feeling very defeated, very sensitive, very emotional. You will be prioritizing your well-being. You will be cutting away this Five of Wands energy, cutting away the ties that have a hold on your heart at the moment. All right, one thing to stop the Five of Wands is to be the bigger person and move forward, even if it's in your own mind, is to kind of, in terms of internally with the Five of Wands, it's about stopping it, because it could keep going and it could spiral even more, but it's about stopping it, because all it's doing is causing pain, is pulling you apart, making you feel worse, and pulling apart something that needs to be healed and addressed with honesty, and not with all of this chaos and conflict, So you're moving forward. I do see you getting a really good opportunity or some sort of spark that's going to really bring more experience and adventure into your life, which is lovely. In the near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which of course we have to clarify because it's very ambiguous, but it is about a blessing. It's about the wheel turning. It's about expecting the unexpected. So in the near future, please, Spirit. Seven of Cups. That makes sense. And the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're going to be having a lot more ideas. All right, which is very good. This is Jupiter energy with the Wheel of Fortune. It is about blessings, and the blessing is that you're really going to find your passions. You're really going to find some motivation again. With the Seven of Cups, of course, there could still be some confusion. There could still be a little bit of emotional turmoil, or again, like not really being able to decide what to think and to feel. What to choose. In this case, the Queen of Wands, though, you're going to have a lot of ideas, and some good, some maybe not, because that's what the Seven of Cups can represent. So make sure what you're choosing to push forward with is going to have a good good outcome, something that is pure, something that is coming from a place of creativity and love and kindness, like the Queen of Wands is capable of. Your distant future is that King of Pentacles. Again, this earthy energy that keeps repeating itself. This is more to do with your stability and your financial situation, okay? So it feels like your creativity now, if we ground it, like we said, instead of focusing on what has happened here, feeling conflicted, we're starting to plant seeds. We're starting to actually invest in our future now so that we're not left with these like difficult feelings. And I feel like, not that you need to distract yourself, that's not what it's about, but it's about being more disciplined in where your mind is going. Your brain is very powerful, your mindset is very powerful. So if we're constantly thinking about the past, then we're just going to be stuck there, and our present is not going to look any different. But if we're focusing more on the future and being empowered and moving forward and not letting that get to you, then we're going to be making progress. Okay, so that's very important. Your home situation in a distant future is going to be looking very good. Some of you may find yourself in a relationship with somebody who's also very wealthy or abundant, or is just somebody who's very loyal, very steady. S could be significant, very wise, but this feels like you. Most importantly, it feels like this is to do with you in the near future, okay? Then we have as overall advice, and what you need to hear and do right now is the fact that you have all the elements. It may not seem like it a lot of the time, but the Magician is all about like what we do with it, with what we've got. Not just what we've got, because anyone can look at this and go, well, you've got an Ace of Pentacles, whatever it may be, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Wands. Like, what are you going to do with a stick, a seed? You know, what are you going to do with that? But the Magician's like, look, with all of these things, it's actually like unlimited of what I can do with what the universe has given me and what I have at the moment. It's just about believing in it. It's manifesting card, and you're very capable of manifesting. Just pay attention to what you are manifesting. If we're thinking about conflict, we're manifesting more conflict. If we are thinking about what happened in the past, we're manifesting more of those emotions of what happened in the past. If we're thinking more emotionally, we're going to feel more emotions. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for a solution rather than a problem, you're going to find more solutions. Let's say like where you fixate your energy is where your energy flows. That's literally just what it is. So if you're focusing more on growth, like actually, truly, intentionally focusing on growth, then you are going to lead in that direction. So using what you have, you may be at conflict with yourself saying, okay, well, I don't have this and I won't be happy until I have that. But these are all lies that we say to ourselves, because when you do have that, you end up having another reason why, okay, well, I still can't do it yet until that. Not saying you, I'm just saying people in general. So what I'm saying is to love the journey, appreciate what we have now, even if it's crap. I understand. Like, even if we had more in the past or felt like we'd be in a different position, what we have now is super important, and who you are now is super important. And that Magician energy is saying to use it to your advantage. Try to manifest the things, create a vision board. If you're able to visualize something and you're able to bring it in, especially if you have those feelings, that's very important when manifesting. But there we go. There are some meditations on manifesting in a lovely app I have down below. It's not my app, but it is a really good partnership. The only partnership I've ever found in my life that actually is not only something that I love and enjoy myself and use all the time, but it's something that I feel like is actually very positive for my audience. So there is a free trial down below. If you love meditation or want to get more into meditation, there is so many out there on this app to do with chakras, to do with connecting to your higher self, to broadening your intuition, heightening your intuition, tapping into your intuition, even to do with clearing out, negativity. There's breath work for that. Very powerful stuff, by the way, as well. There's so much on there. ASMR, sleep sounds, so many. So if you want to try it out, there is a link down below that will lead you to a free trial. It has my code already on there, so you just need to sign up. All right. If you don't like it, you could just cancel and that will be that. But if you do love it, just like I did, then there is a 25% off code for the first 500 people to turn it into a membership if you would like it to. And you do get 25% off. So that's very lovely. But yeah, you don't have to. There's plenty online as well if you want to on YouTube for free, so you don't have to do it. But there's no harm in trying a free trial too. It's up to you. But anyway, I love you guys, Libra. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through a tough time. But again, where your energy goes, what your energy goes, your energy flows. So if it's going in a sense of chaos, conflict, past separation, anger, frustration, pain, heartache, then that's where your energy is going towards. And it, not that it creates more of that, but you become attracted to more of that because it's believing that's where you want it to go. So the more that we kind of move away from that, start to focus on healing, what you can do to make your life better despite what people have done or what situations you've been through, that's where your energy will flow because you're looking towards a solution rather than the problems. All right? Looking at the peace rather than the chaos. You know what I'm saying? It's not intentional. It never is. We can't really control it. We have those triggers. We have those reactions. But that's why it's super important to rise above it. King of Swords energy. Look at the facts. Look at what the logic is behind it. Look at what you know with the information of the universe and how to manifest, because you can use that in your favor. Alrighty, my angels. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. And I hope to see you guys in next week's video. Alright?